iSARMs.com, the #1 place to learn about SARMs online.
Welcome everyone. Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about the oral steroid TBol, aka TBol. So let's just kind of dive into it and get going. TBol is obviously an oral steroid, but it's kind of often overlooked, I guess. It kind of hangs in the shadows, so to speak. It's what I would call an in-between, meaning that you can use it either way. You can use it for really like nice, dry, lean gains, almost like a cut, but you can definitely add some serious size with it too. It's really perfect for a recomposition. It falls into that same kind of category as Equipoise does in terms of being overlooked because they're like that middle of the pack where they can go either way and they don't have a definitive set, oh, this is a straight bulking compound or a straight cutting compound. I think the versatility that these two offer, especially being able to be utilized in every scenario, makes it, even more desirable. Having the chance to go either route or to get the best of both worlds, I would think that's what most would want to be in terms of being well-rounded. So it's really a really strong option. It's what I call DBol's little brother. It's DBol without the side effects. It's so much safer though, because in terms of a bigger bulk or steroid like DBol, you're going to be dealing with a lot of estrogen conversion. There's a lot of water retention. There is very little to no estrogen conversion with TBol, and if it's ever so slight, and chances are good you're not going to see any amount of aromatizing water, etc. throughout your cycle. It's very rare. It's really a desirable compound to use for that reason. Now, it's actually a DBol derivative, so it took certain modifications in its chemical structure. The major difference between the two is the presence of the 4-chloro alteration that's in TBol. That gives it properties unseen with DBol. It can be observed with cholesterol as well. So thanks to this additional structure that's actually added on to TBol, it cannot interact with any aromatizing enzyme, as I was pointing out. So it does not convert to estrogen. I've had very, very few that have said they've had any sort of estrogen issue with it in terms of maybe just a slight water, but I've never really encountered that nor seen it. You don't really need to worry about using an AI with it. You should always have one on hand, but in terms of being overly cautious, you really don't need to run one if with TBol by itself, although you shouldn't be running an oral only cycle anyway, so depending upon what you're running it with. But it itself does not require any estrogen control. It's not a DHT derivative either, so you don't have to worry about any sort of hair loss, baldness, acne. You should always worry about that with steroid use, but it's not common and it's not something associated with TBol. It would be on the rare side, and it would be somebody that just is very sensitive to steroids in general. But in terms of worrying about these types of side effects, you really don't have to be of concern. The one thing that you do have to be aware of and understand is that it is a methylated oral steroid. Okay? So, you must be aware and protecting your liver, your kidneys, your blood pressure, all your organs of your body, etc. You need to keep an eye on those. You need to be monitoring them with blood work, and you need to be taking some sort of complete cycle assist or preventative herbal supplements, etc., to protect yourself. It is not going to ensure total protection, but it will absolutely save you a lot of trouble that you will endure if you don't take anything, trust me. And you don't want a toxicity buildup. What will happen is you're going to be very lethargic as your liver has trouble processing the steroid. You're going to find yourself tired. You're going to find that you're going to have kidney problems. Your blood pressure is going to increase. You'll start to feel very warm. It's not a good thing. So you must protect yourself. It's something that a lot of people overlook, and then they wonder why their blood panels are so bad. Well, it's because you didn't protect yourself. One other thing that TBol does is that it binds very strongly to the sex hormone binding globulin, the SHBG, which increases levels of free testosterone in the blood when TBol is stacked with other steroids. So it's really a very important property of TBol that a lot of people overlook or don't know about. Same thing about the compound in general. A lot of people just simply overlook it, and I don't know why, because you're missing out on so much. It is like I was saying earlier, TBol is perfect for recompositions. So when you're trying to add, 10 to 15 clean pounds and then you're trying to drop body fat in the process, TBol is so ideal for this. It's perfect. And then you run it with something else like Equipoise, which kind of goes after the same thing. It's phenomenal. And a really strong kickstart to a bulking cycle that you want to be a very clean bulking cycle. Instead of running DBol, you would take TBol and you would take SARM's LGD 4033 and SARM's RAD 140, and you will have the same type of gains with DBol except far cleaner, far more sustainable. TBol, like I said, very versatile. It's something that I would highly suggest to anybody looking to recomp, anybody looking for bigger, leaner, cleaner gains. Dosing on TBol, 60 milligrams a day. Do not, and I repeat, do not exceed 6 weeks of continuous use, and do not exceed 60 milligrams a day. TBol is suppressive. It is a steroid. It does require a post-cycle. All steroids do. And anybody that tells you any different is someone that you should not associate with, because they are going to ruin your life. And they are going to hurt you. They're going to cause a lot of physical damage, and it's people with bad information that are doing bad things by passing around bad information. So just be aware of that and understand, and stay away from these people, because they're a hindrance to you, and they're only going to hurt your future. So that's TBol for you. Like I said, one of my favorites. It's highly overlooked, and it's one that I can really recommend because the side effects are more mild. The gains are a lot cleaner and a lot more sustainable. Dylan Gemelli signing off.